Hey everybody, it's Justice for Comics. I wanted to do this video on DC solicitations for November. But before I do that, I did my unboxing video, prior to this one, and I got some awesome books from Marcus. And one of the books I didn't even notice something interesting about it. So this was the Vengeance of Vampirilla, which was a foil cover. You could tell this is 90s, right? The 90s had a lot of these like red foil covers. So this one was definitely one of those prominent covers that came out back in the day. This was a Joe Quesada variant, which was kind of a special variant, and it had a certificate of authenticity on the back, which I didn't notice, letting you know that it's limited to, this was numbered out of 2000, so the production run on this is very low. And the artist that signed it was an artist named Buzz. I'm not too familiar with him, but this, you could see where he signed it, 1994, right? So that was the year this book was produced and signed, was in 1994. And the other thing that was cool is I noticed, well, what's this behind here? It looks like, I thought it was the back of the board, and I saw some lines there, and sure enough, I open it up, and I pull out the certificate of authenticity, and boom, there's also a really cool numbered sketch out of 2019. This is 1924 out of 2000. I mean, it's basically this is a pen and ink sketch. So you got some nice original artwork with the book too, which, man, it's crazy. Didn't even know that was in the back of the book. So just I had to highlight that. And again, thank you to Marcus. He really hooked me up with some really, really nice books. Amazing. So I just really wanted to show that. I thought that was really awesome. So let's jump into it here. DC solicitations for November. A lot to go through, some really cool looking books. I'm going to try to zoom in here so we have a nice view of what's coming out. The first one is a Sean Gordon Murphy cover, Von Freeze. That's the name of it. This is going to be writing by Sean Murphy, cover artwork by Sean Murphy. There'll also be a variant cover by Klaus Janson, and then the interior artwork will be by Klaus Janson. I really wish this was all Sean Murphy doing the interior artwork too, but he's the writer. He did a great job with Batman White Knight. He's really kind of has his own little Elseworlds that he's created, and he's digging deeper into the character of Victor Von Freeze. So this is a one-shot that comes out in November, $5.99 for 56 pages. I think that's a great deal. So I'm going to make sure I pre-order that book. I think that'll be a very, very good book to have in the collection. Next one is The Dollhouse Family. This is a Joe Hill production. Joe Hill under Hill House Comics. So this is a black label, prestige format, really nice looking cover there. I really like that cover. Man, that's some nice art. Stories by Mike Carey. You have also a backup story written by Joe Hill, so I'm interested in that. I like comic books that come with an additional story written in them, so you never know, that could be a first appearance of a new character. Definitely something that's worth making sure you have on your pull list. I'm just interested in the story. I'm into the horror genre as well, so this one sounds interesting. It's Alice's 6th birthday, and her dying great aunt sent her a birthday gift she didn't know she always wanted: a big, beautiful 19th century dollhouse, complete with a family of antique dolls. In no time at all, the dollhouse isn't just Alice's favorite toy, it's her whole world. And soon, young Alice learns she can enter the house to visit a new group of friends, straight out of a heartwarming children's novel, The Dollhouse Family. So that is definitely a book that I think could be really a big hit. So I'm definitely putting that on my pull list. I'm saying the word definitely too many times. let's move on here. Another book that's really cool is Green Lantern, Green Arrow. This was a 1971 book that came out back in the day. What's famous about this book is it was controversial because it showed a character using drugs. Green Arrow's ward. You don't hear that much anymore. You don't refer to people as your ward anymore. I'm gonna start referring that to my son. I'll call him my ward. So Speedy is a junkie. Speedy, junkie. Is he on speed? Nope, it's heroin. And this was the controversy. It shows the drug paraphernalia on the cover, the needle, the spoon. Yeah. So that was something that was very controversial back in the day. Beautiful Neil Adams cover. This is definitely one, the original cost quite a bit of money, so it's nice to have the facsimile edition where you get all the reprinting of all the ads, everything. So that's one I'm going to be pre-ordering and picking up. Let's see, let's move down. I'm not going to highlight everything. Yeah, He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. Not really a title I would collect, but I think this In-Hook Lee artwork is terrible. I mean, I get it. It's a shattered mirror, but look how fat his head looks. I mean, it just looks, I don't know. This drawing just looks weird to me. And first of all, is He-Man becoming some like Russian woman, of ugly Russian woman? I don't know. This is terrible. This is a terrible. Usually In-Hook Lee, I like his artwork. I think this. I don't even think he drew this. I think he signed it. It just doesn't look like anything he would do. It's absolutely terrible. That cover is horrible. I would not pick that up. The B cover looks better. This is a Dan Fraga cover, Skeletor. But again, I'm not a He-Man of the He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. That definitely was a show that came out when I was a kid. I remember watching it on TV, and even then, as a kid, I thought, man, this is weird. This is like, what's up with this guy's hair? And even then, as a kid, I remember thinking, is this guy gay? So I probably won't be picking that up, but I know there's some He-Man and the Masters of the Universe fans out there. The other one I like here is John Constantine Hellblazer. This is a Sandman series book. This is also Black Label. So you've got I think this is, John Paul Leon is doing the cover here. They don't show the B cover or the variant cover, which is by Charlie Adlard, which is the artist on The Walking Dead. So I think this is going to be a book definitely I want to have. There's a definitely word again. John Constantine is back in London. He's back to his old tricks. And I think this series could be really good. I like Black Label. DC does a nice job with that. And that will be one that I will be putting on my pre-order list. Another one I like here is Infected King Shazam #1. Inside art is by Joe Bennett. Cover is by David Marquez. This is a tie-in to the Year of the Villain storyline. I think Shazam has some issues. So this is going to be explored a little bit more. It deals with the Batman Who Laughs. He wants Billy to be bad. So I think this, this definitely looks like a must pick up for me. So I will be putting that on my pre-order list. I also like this one too, Infected Scarab #1. Another tie into the Year of the Villain. Going into a little bit more detail with Jamie Reyes, who is the Blue Beetle. I like that cover by Marquez. That's really nice. So that's a book that I will be grabbing as well. Legion of Superheroes, I'm probably going to skip that. The Question is definitely a book. There's a definitely word. I'm going to be picking that up. The Deaths of Victor Sage #1. Jeff Lemire, excellent writer. You'll also have a nice Bill Sienkiewicz cover, which is really cool. I really love that cover. So another Black Label title, so that'll be in a prestige format for $6.99 for 48 pages. So notice the price is a little bit higher, but yeah, if you pre-order, it's not too bad. So that's one I'll be pre-ordering. I'm not too sure about Blackest Night. This is Tales from the Dark Multiverse, #1. I do like that cover by Lee Weeks. Interior art by Kyle Holtz. I actually might be worth picking up. Yeah, I mean, I was into that Blackest Night series. I've got all the issues of that. So I might grab that. That looks pretty interesting. Another one here is Infinite Crisis, Tales from the Dark Multiverse. Another cover by Lee Weeks. So these might be worth grabbing. Dives a little bit more into the multiverse, and Batman Who Laughs is tied to that, the Dark Multiverse. So features Ted Kord, the Blue Beetle. Yeah, I think that might be worth grabbing. So I think I'm going to grab that as well. All right, let's move down the list here. Batman 83. It's a nice Matina cover for the B cover. A cover is by Jane, and that's nice too. I mean, that A cover is pretty cool. It's hard to resist a Matina cover. Chapter 9 of City of Bane. So I think Tom King's going to be wrapping this up. I believe he ends his run at 85, so that you're only 2 issues away. And then that so ends the era of Tom King. Probably never to return to Batman. So there'll be a lot of people that'll be happy about that. I'm one of those that are included in that group. Man, Lee Weeks is doing a lot of covers. That's a nice cover by Lee Weeks there on Batman Beyond. Normally, I'd always get the B cover on those Batman Beyond books, but man, that A cover is, yeah, I mean, that's awesome cover. I think I'll be picking that up. I like that cover a lot. So Batman Beyond 38, that could be a good one. Make sure you grab that A cover. Batman Last Night on Earth, I've been collecting that series. Snyder and Capullo, pretty good lineup. I also like that they're doing a variant cover this time by Rafael Alburquerque instead of John Romita Jr., who I can't stand. So I will be grabbing both of those covers on issue #3. Batman's Grave #2. A couple reasons I like this. You've got Warren Ellis is the writer, which he's a very good writer. I like a lot of things that Warren Ellis writes. You've got interior art by Brian Hitch. You've got cover art by Brian Hitch, and then there's also a variant cover by Ji-Hung Lee. So I'm definitely interested in checking that out. I think that could be a good series. We'll see. Let's move on down the list here. Detective Comics 1016. This could be a storyline I want to continue with. Defeating the now estranged husband, Mr. Freeze, isn't enough to sate Nora Freeze's bloodlust as she usurps her frozen throne, establish herself as the first queen, Ice Queen of Gotham. So I think that's a cool A cover as well. I like that. I'd like to explore that storyline a little bit. Event Leviathan, that should be #6. Yeah, that's the last issue. So I've been collecting that since the beginning. Bendis sometimes does a decent job. The first 2 issues of Event Leviathan were pretty good so far. I wouldn't say it was earth-shattering or anything fabulous, but as long as Bendis tones down the dialogue, he usually does an okay job. So I think I'll be completing that run at least, picking that up. Flash 83. the beginning of Rogue's reign. Sometimes when they might come out with maybe they'll come out with a new villain. So I don't know if I'm going to grab that, but I may take a look at the preview and maybe grab it after the fact if there's something new in it, new character or something like that. So that might be worth taking a look at. Flash Forward number 3. Variant cover by In-Hook Lee. Yeah, I get In-Hook Lee and Ji-Hung Lee mixed up all the time. In-Hook Lee is the one that tends to do the really nice covers. I think they're both pretty good artists, but it's hard for me to keep them straight. But yeah, it's a nice B cover. I like that B cover on Flash Forward number 3. Let's move down the list here. I can't highlight everything. Harleen number 3. I have the first 2 issues pre-ordered, so I'll be grabbing the 3rd issue on a pre-order. It's a nice cover. There's usually 2 covers, so they usually don't show the 2nd cover, but they're both done by Sedgwick, and it's in a prestige format. Notice the price, though, $7.99, but it is 64 pages, so you're getting a lot of content, but yeah, it's definitely going to be more money, so just be aware of that. Definitely worth pre-ordering. You got Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy number 3. I know everyone right now is tracking down some variant covers. A lot of store variants on issue number 1. I don't think that's a David Finch cover. Who is that cover by? Oh, that's a Michael Janin cover. Yeah, it's a nice cover. I'd like to see what the Finch cover looks like as well. But apparently, there's going to be 2 different Finch covers. One showing Harley Quinn, the other one Poison Ivy. So, yeah, we'll see what that looks like. I really like this cover. Joker, Harley Quinn, Criminal Sanity number 2. You've got the main cover. I believe this cover is by Mayhew. I love that cover. That's a striking image right there. A kid with the Joker mask on, that is so cool. That's a must buy for me. I'd like to see also what the Matina cover looks like as well. So yeah, I think that will be one that you may have to make sure you pre-order. It will also be on prestige format. All right, Justice League, don't know if I'll be continuing with that. I know they're going more into the villain of Perpetua, Ancient Goddess. Looks like there's a major fight going on here. I don't know. I've been off and on Justice League. I'm not too sure if I'll pick that up yet, but could be worth checking out. Lois Lane, I'm a pass on. Looney Tunes, Mad, pass. Martian Manhunter, I picked up the first couple issues. I'm not a big fan of Riley Rossimo's art. It's definitely a certain style that you have to either love it or you hate it. I'm not a big fan of it. I do like these variant covers by Middleton. He's been doing a pretty decent job on those covers. That's nice. But I don't think I'll pick that up, though. All right, I'm passing through some stuff here. There's an Art Germ cover for RWBY. I don't know anything about that, so I'm going to pass. You got an interesting cover here for Supergirl Annual number 2. She's been infected by the Batman Who Laughs. I don't know. It looks compelling. It's a compelling image. What does it say here on the solicitation? What was Supergirl's last day on Krypton like before her entire world came crumbling down? Did she get to say goodbye to her loved ones? Tell the boy who sat next to her in science class her true feelings for him. Take a deep dive into Supergirl's darkest regrets and desires as the Batman Who Laughs infection takes over her core memories and twists them to his bidding. Yeah, that sounds like something that'd be interesting to pick up. I think I'll grab that. Got some Wonder Woman Frizon goodness there. Jenny Frison cover, very nice. Wonder Woman 83. Basket Full of Heads. Issue number 2, another Joe Hill horror comic. I pre-ordered the first issue, so I'll probably grab the second issue. I'm also interested in seeing the variant cover by Clayton Crane. I like a lot of his covers, so not all of them, but I don't like his close-ups. He does close-up covers I don't care for. I like when he does a lot more detail. So we'll see what that looks like. Some of this stuff I'm skipping. The Last God, I pre-ordered the first issue. Issue number 2 will be out in November. You've got the main cover art by Riccardo Federici. And you've also got a cover by Kai Carpenter. I believe that is the Federici cover, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah, I'm interested in that series and continuing with it. It looks pretty cool. See what that is all about. Let's move on down the list. There's a lot of books coming out. You got a lot of dollar books here, reprints. You can pretty much buy these originals for about the same price as $1. I've seen those in dollar bins, so don't get too excited. All right. A lot of DC books. A lot of them I'm passing on, though. All right, we're into hardcovers. That might be it. Trade paperbacks and hardcovers. And there's a nice... I remember buying that cover. I had 4 copies of that. I sold 2 of them on eBay for like $25, $30. Kept 2. I'm glad I kept 2, but man, I shouldn't have sold those other 2, apparently. Well, hindsight's 20/20. That is a DC poster portfolio by Joshua Middleton. Very nice. That might be it, guys. I think that... I did review this ahead of time, believe it or not. I just don't remember. Yeah, I think the rest of this is just trade paperbacks and reprints and hard copies. Yep, that's it. All right, guys. So that is your DC solicitation list for November. I like to get that video out to kind of give you an idea of what I'm going to be pre-ordering. So if you watch my video closely, I kind of tell you, this is what I'm pre-ordering, this is what I'm grabbing. Not getting everything, obviously. I try to limit my pre-orders as much as possible, but usually every month my pre-order list is anywhere from $125 to sometimes $150 worth of books. So DC definitely makes up a good chunk of that. The Marvel solicitations, I haven't seen that yet, so as soon as that comes out, usually it's within the week, within a few days usually of the DC solicitations for November, the Marvel will drop. So be doing another video just on the Marvel solicitations for November, so make sure you look for that. If you guys haven't already, please subscribe to my channel, hit the bell for notifications. Please like and share my videos. That helps me grow my channel. I'm closing in on 500 pretty soon here, so I want to thank everybody that supports my channel and helping me grow it. Really appreciate your help in that. Please leave me a comment. Let me know what you think of these solicitations. Maybe there was a book that I should have highlighted that I didn't. Please leave that in the comments. I'd like to hear what you have to say. And look for my new comic book video on Wednesday, where I highlight the books that are coming out the previous Wednesday, or I'm sorry, the next Wednesday, so you make sure you can grab those at your LCS. All right, guys, have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon.